negative effect, purposely putting me in a bad mood. How many people are in a negative spiral? How it actually does affect your life. These negative spirals, and you pick the smallest thing you can do and you just do it. Get it even smaller and just do it. Just get up, walk to the door, open the door, walk around the street and just do it. I don't end up doing it. I don't end up completing it. With these videos, I'm not there yet. I'm just thinking about progress. How much it really does change your life, change your perspective on things and change your mood. When you do actually progress in something and you see some new change and you see the work you're putting in actually come to something, it really does boost sort of your energy levels. Boost your, I don't know, charisma, boost your, that's probably not the right word, but boost your sort of motivation and inspiration and will and drive. Because just then in yoga, one of the things is forward fold is common. And I've not been able to forward fold and keep my legs straight. But this session, I warmed up in the gym before, warmed my back up a bit, got into this session, we've warmed up there, and I managed to do it. And it's something so small, because the negative of I've been absolutely nowhere near in every session. This session, when you do get it, it's like, oh, hey, look at that. Like a little snippet of positivity. And I can fully understand negative spirals, because you can have positive spirals, and these positive ones where you stack little things, maybe, I don't know, every day, every week, every month. I think that's sort of what's keeping me going a bit. I'm seeing a lot of positive change for the work that I'm putting in, or the time and effort I'm putting in. I'm seeing a small change. Like I said, the negative spirals, I can fully understand how they can impact you. And I wonder how many people are in a negative spiral, how it actually does affect your life, really. These negative spirals and this compounding negative events that keep happening, these small little things that just set you back. Thinking about it now, one of the reasons I think I quit drinking, it was a little sort of negative effect on my mood. It was almost like purposely putting me in a bad mood. I knew that if I did this behaviour of drinking, I would then guaranteed the next day not be in a good mood, physically and mentally. And I think I just got to a point where I don't particularly enjoy drinking. Maybe on holiday in the sun, I liked a bit of alcohol. In the pub or in a club or going out with mates, I don't need to drink to have a good time. And I think that's an example of removing a compounding negative action. Making that choice, just make sure that my sort of week and months aren't interrupted with a negative thing. For me, I know it was a guaranteed, I feel like shit the next day. And I'm trying to think of other ones like that, really. I think a mixture of removing those and adding some form of positive in there starts to change your week, starts to change your month, and they compound. And thinking of it now, Stephen Bartlett says this, it's the 1% changes that really influence things. And that was a 1% change when it comes to alcohol. And another thing is exercise. Not even exercise, let's not narrow it down there. Going to the gym, that's a 1% change. And then it's when I'm in the gym, I run. It's another 1% change. When I'm in the gym, I lift. When I'm in the gym, I do yoga. When I'm in the gym, I might just sit on the bike and do cardio. But those little small things add up, I think, during the week and during the month. I don't aim to get there every day in the gym, and I've got this massive routine that I have to get to, and I'm driven for it, and it's like, if I don't do it, you're lazy. It's none of that. Get to the gym. Just get to the gym. Today, I've got a bunch of research to do with a mortgage and solicitors and stuff like that. So I did some back stuff. I did literally almost forward folds and then hung from a bar for 5 minutes, on and off obviously, and then just went over to the bike and sat on the bike and was doing light cardio while on my phone, Googling stuff and replying to emails and on the phone and stuff like that. And the alternative could have been, because I knew I had to do those things, the alternative could have been I got to the gym, I sat in my car and I was on my phone. I was doing those same things on my phone. And I almost did it. I almost did that. But then I thought, your back exercises take 10 minutes. They take no longer than 10 minutes. And half that time is just rest anyway. And then the rest you can just sit on a bike. And that's a 1% compounding positive effect. I don't look at it necessarily, focus on it like that, but it's almost subconsciously that happens. You do that and then you went to a yoga class, that's another 1%. The food that I'm sticking to a diet during the week, weekends I might stray and stuff like that. That's fine. But these 1% every day of the diet, I could go back, have a bath, relax. That could also be a 1% for me because one, it's recovering my body, and two, it's relaxing and it's making an effort to sit there and to stop. Because I know me and I know that I could get carried away and I could just keep going till I burn out. So that could be a 1% for me. And I almost class it as a 1% when it's not affecting me negatively. When it tips that scale and it becomes a 1% negative compounding sort of factor. Because again, what do I need to do? I might need to do some more Googling and research. I can do that in the bath. I think I've noticed I've done in probably the past year or two that I've sort of forgot that I do now, is I do try and pair tasks together. I remember when I wanted to increase the amount of input into my brain and consciousness, I wanted to gain more knowledge, I wanted to get a different perspective. I would just listen to audiobooks on the way to work, just 10 minutes. It's just 10 minutes. Well, it started as 10 minutes, just on the way to work. And then some days I wanted to listen to it when I woke up and I was getting ready in the morning. I get an hour, I get half an hour, 40 minutes on the way to work. And then I would do it again. I would then build it up and do it on the way home from work. And by the time the day's ended, you've listened to an hour of a book and then you've got a bit more of an input. You're learning a bit. And that happened over time. That happened over a year. I just have noticed there aren't these massive events that happen for me. And I've always imagined that I should have these massive events, that it'll click. But it's the compounding effects that happen. And compounding works when you've got 60, 70, 80 years to go in your life. And I wonder if that's why I am where I am today, because I could wake up, do nothing, and I could do that all week, and I could carry on doing that. And I know what's going to happen to my mental state and to my physical body. It's going to slowly start to degrade. Maybe not after a week, but if I do that all month, we all know what happens then. Out of the groove. And these compounding things just sort of boost me back up into a rhythm, into a routine of things. And I think that's how you get going. You pick the smallest thing you can do and you just do it. The smallest thing you can do. Get it even smaller and just do it. Just get up, walk to the door, open the door, walk around the street, then go for a run. You know what I mean? You can get there and things like that do just change your life. And I know for me, if I think too big, I don't end up doing it. I don't end up completing it. With these videos, I'm not there yet. I'm not posted, but I've got these little compounding things that I'm learning, I'm going through, and I'm trying to manage until I do post. And like I said, this has been, I don't even know, 6 months maybe, 7 months. But I'll get there in the end as long as I just keep compounding the 1%. But home now, so peace.